You know that phrase, right? I'll get to it later. We all say it. It feels so innocent. But what if it's not? What if later is actually costing you, well, everything? Today, we're going to dig into the real price of putting things off, all through one incredible story. So, be honest. How many times have you said it? I'll do it tomorrow. Or, there's plenty of time. It feels like no big deal, right? But that one little habit, it's a thief. It can sneak in and steal your biggest dreams and goals right out from under your nose. And let's get real for a second. It's not entirely our fault. The world we live in is basically a giant distraction machine, isn't it? You've got the endless scrolling, the notifications popping up, ping, ping, ping. Before you know it, hours are just gone. And in that blur, we lose sight of the one single thing we can never get back. So, to really get a handle on this, let's talk about someone who is an absolute master of the later habit. His story is, well, it's a pretty stark look at just how high that cost can climb. All right, so picture this. A young boy who was, let's just say, allergic to doing things on time. He was a pro-level procrastinator. Anything important, he'd put it off. And you can probably guess what happened, right? He started falling behind. In school, in life, you name it. Everyone, his family, his teachers, they all tried to tell him, but he just kind of shrugged it off. I mean, the future felt like it was a million miles away. But you can only ignore reality for so long, right? Sooner or later, it catches up. He started seeing his friends, his classmates, all moving on with their lives while he was just stuck. And that feeling finally hit him like a ton of bricks. He hit his breaking point, went to a wise man, and just laid it all out there. He said he felt like a total failure, but he was desperate to change, to finally become the person he knew he could be. And the wise man's answer? It was so simple, but so powerful. He told the boy, look, your problem isn't that you're not smart or talented. Not at all. He said the entire root of the issue, the one thing holding him back, was this. He just didn't value time. And to really drive that point home, the wise man told him a story. Okay, so this is the story the boy heard. It's all about this incredible, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And the real kicker? It wasn't lost because of some huge, epic mistake. No, it was lost one tiny little delay at a time. So the setup is pure storybook stuff, but the lesson is incredibly real. A king makes his old friend a deal that would change his life forever. He says, go to my treasury, take as much gold and as many jewels as you can carry. It's all yours. I mean, imagine that. A golden ticket out of poverty for good. But there was a catch. A big one. The offer was only good until sunset. If you're even a minute late, you walk away with absolutely nothing. His wife, she knew it was up. She begged him, go now, don't wait. But his response? Oh man, it was a masterclass in procrastination. First, it was lunch. I'm starving, I gotta eat first. Okay, fine. Then, after lunch, you know what, I'll just take a quick nap. That quick nap turned into 2 hours. Poof, daylight gone. And finally, on his way there, he thinks, I'll just rest under this tree for a bit. And boom, he falls into a deep sleep. See how each one seems so small, so harmless on its own? And of course, when he finally woke up, the sun was already setting. That's when the panic hit. He scrambled. He ran to the palace as fast as he could. But it was no use. The doors were shut, locked. He had missed his chance. And he just stood there, realizing he'd lost it all. Not because of some terrible luck, but because of a few harmless little delays. He just didn't appreciate the time he had. Now, for the boy listening to this, it wasn't just some fairy tale. It was like looking in a mirror. He saw his own life in that story. And hearing it, well, it was the wake-up call he needed. It sparked a total transformation. And you can see the before and after right here. It's like a night and day difference. The boy finally got it. He flipped the script completely. The lazy kid who put everything off, gone. And his place was someone who was hardworking, who did things when they needed to be done. And once he changed how he saw time, his whole life changed. Suddenly, he was succeeding. People started respecting him. And for the first time, he was actually confident and happy. So look, the story of the boy and that king's deal, they're not really about them, are they? They're about us. They're about our own most valuable, most precious asset. So let's bring this home and talk about how this lesson applies to you and me. In our lives, time is the gold. It's the jewels in the treasury. It is, hands down, the most precious thing we have. And here's the thing. It's finite. Every single second that ticks by is gone.
forever. You can't make more of it, you can't buy it, you can't earn it back. It is the ultimate limited edition resource.
And isn't it funny how the value of time changes depending on where you're standing? I mean, a minute. What's a minute? Well, ask the person who just watched their train pull away from the station. They missed it by 1 minute. Or a year. A year can feel like it just flies by. But ask a student who failed their final exam and now has to do the entire year over again. All of a sudden, that time feels absolutely massive. Which really brings us to the core lesson of this whole thing, the big takeaway. It's simple, but it's everything. If you value time, time will value you. It pays you back with success, with opportunities, with a life you're proud of. But if you waste it, if you just let it slip away, time will destroy your life. It will leave you with nothing but regret. Okay, so what does that even mean to value time? It's not some abstract idea. It's about being intentional. It means when you're with your family, you're really with them, soaking in those moments you can't get back. It means making time for your friends, not just waiting for it to happen. And it means putting in the real focused work to chase down your dreams and goals, instead of just pushing them off to that mythical land of later. So in the end, it all boils down to one simple question, a question that only you can answer. Look, we all get the same 24 hours in a day, no more, no less. So knowing that time is your most valuable asset, the one thing you can't get back, how are you going to spend it? Not tomorrow, not next week, starting right now, today,